Hey, we're back. Just kind of a closeout of our first Cruisin Oklahoma segment. We just shot down to, because it's close by, did a kind of a little Google search this morning. Wanted to, since we're off today, and it's beautiful weather. Look at this. Look at the sky. It's beautiful. beautiful. Day. It was yesterday. It was Saturday. It was Friday. We've had the most beautiful weather for at least 4 days in a row, and it's just, we're super grateful after a blistering hot summer where I would not even want to drive Lil Red. Even early in the morning, it would be like 85 in the morning, at like 5 in the morning. So we kind of Googled, hey, what can we do close by? Get out and cruise the Z and maybe see something interesting. And so we picked Shawnee because it's only about 40 minutes away from where we live, and went down, saw the historic Santa Fe train depot. It really is extremely historic. Built in, like, I want to say 1889 time frame. And Shawnee was the hub of railroad activity and railroad operations for the state of Oklahoma. Before it was a state, Oklahoma didn't become a state until 1907. One of the last states in the Union. Hawaii came in, and after us, and I think they were the last one. The last three are Oklahoma, Alaska, and Hawaii. But anyway, it's really historic and beautiful. It's just fallen into disrepair. It's kind of, looked in a window, it's kind of been used for I'm not sure what it's for, storage, it looked like. It used to be a museum, and then they moved the museum to a new building adjacent to the depot. And then, not knowing, I had read about it earlier, but not knowing where it was, and just, you know, when you're in an old downtown area, you can't, Google doesn't necessarily help you. So we just started cruising, excuse me, away from the train depot, and the next thing you know, I saw the Ritz Theater, which is famous and also very historic. It was one of the first movie theaters in the state of Oklahoma. I want to say it was built in 1920. They showed black and white movies, not talking, no talking movies there when the golden age of Hollywood just got started, and then it became just a thriving theater called the Ritz. It's really beautiful architecture until the 50s, and then everyone started building other theaters. The bigger theaters were being built. People would go to Oklahoma City, they would go to other places than Shawnee to go to the movies, and so they had a lot of theatrical productions there. It was kind of the hub of the theater, you know, outside of the Oklahoma City area. And so we got to take some shots of Lil Red. We got to film a little clip for you, and it was fun. It was interesting and fun, and we're gonna head back home and publish this some pics on Facebook and publish this footage to the Baddest Sea in the Land channel, and then start thinking about what's the next thing we're gonna do. We have a couple of car shows left. May do one this upcoming Saturday, but after that there's at least a month break until Import Face Off, Tulsa Raceway, which is the absolute last show of the season. And so between November 12th and February about 17th, when Daryl Starbird 60th annual Rod and Custom Show 2024 happens in Tulsa, we're going to be filming stuff like this, just find some interesting places to go. We're up in Guthrie. Yesterday morning I did GoPro, and I should have. We'll go back to Guthrie and GoPro. Guthrie was the original capital of Oklahoma. the architecture is just gorgeous. It's a very artsy, crafty community of artists and art galleries and nice places to eat and shop. It's really something. I just did a GoPro, and so it would owe you a return visit to Guthrie. It's also only about 30 minutes from home, so that's an easy one to do. So we'll do that. We'll get a GoPro trip back up to Guthrie, and then looking beyond that, there's more further away. So those are like 30 to 45 minute destinations from our home in Oklahoma City. Then we start reaching out, and we'll definitely want to go down to to Medicine Park down in the Lawton area, which are just like they're foothill mountains, but they're very cool, very desert-y, cactus kind of environment down there. And so we're gonna go down there and film. Mount Scott is a pretty cool place to film. There's buffalo, there's a wildlife preserve there, and then also there's plenty of lakes, beautiful lakes, with history around those towns that have the lakes in eastern Oklahoma, southern Oklahoma around Sulphur, and so we're going to do that. So this was just a beginning. Cruisin Oklahoma. Hope you enjoyed it, and more to come. Hey, thank you for watching Nevada Sea and the Land channel, and we'll see you soon.